how's life? How's life in London or Surrey or wherever it is you've moved to? How are you adapting to life in a new country?
Um, the life in London is good. I think I already got an apartment in the city, and that was really important for me, that I have really fast settled down to have my own space where I can be, where I can go after the games, after the training, where we feel really fast home. And also the driving, I drive by my own, so that was also no problem at the beginning. Of course it was a problem, but now it works very well. And now I think also the people around me, the staff, the managers, the players, it was a really warm welcome from them. And yeah, makes me really easy to come here to play for the club, to settle in the city, and yeah, makes really fun to go through the streets in London, and yeah, to live the experience in London. Yeah, it's great.
As you said, that settling in quickly is so important. Do you think for Northern Europeans, for German players, Belgian, Dutch players, Scandinavian players, it's a little bit easier? The culture's kind of similar. We've got a similar sense of humour.
Yeah, in some points the English people are different to the German people, of course, but in the end we are all European, so it's yeah nearly the same. So for German, I think the worst which you can say is the traffic, that you drive on the left side, because or when you walk you only have to start looking right and not left, so that's dangerous. But at the end, I think it's easy to come here, because also, like I said, the people around me are so nice and help me a lot in every situation, because yeah, my English is not so bad, but to read the hard English from the for example from the when you get bills or something like that, it's sometimes really hard, but they have a lot of help here, and it makes it easy to me, and it's good to be here.
Your English is very good, believe me. Can I ask you, how many conversations did you have with Frank Lampard, and how important was he in selling Chelsea to you and giving you an idea of his vision for the club?
Yeah, it was a strange time when we don't met each other, because we met each other here at the first time because of the virus. But at the end, he called me a lot. We have a lot of conversations. He texts me a lot. He sent me a lot of some videos where he can show me what he want to be, what he want to play, what style of football he want to play. And for me, it was really important that I know when I come to a new club, because I loved to playing for Leipzig, and everything was well for me there. So it was really important to me to come in a team where I can have a vision that fits my football, to my style of football. And I think the whole Premier League fits very well to my style of playing football, because it's so fast in the Premier League, and the football is fast players have really good spaces out to go there and play well. And it was really important that he gave me the feeling that the system that he want to play fits to me very well, and he looks after it that it will fit. So that was really important for me, and the conversation with him was also really important, because he's a very nice and calm guy who make you clear what you want, what his style of football is, and also on the other side that you are not a player, only a player of him. So that you are a person, that you see not like a friend, because you are a manager and you have the I don't know how to say, but you know what I mean. You have to stay a little bit.
A respectful relationship.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. And but on the other way, he seen you as a person. He seen behind you, not only a footballer. So that was really, really impressive for me, and that was one of the reasons that I come here. Yeah.
Brilliant. We'll go to Moose for 2 questions, please.
Hi Timo, how are you? Welcome to London.
Thank you.
I guess the first one is a double-edged question, really. What do you hope to achieve at Chelsea? And we've had a lot of German players before, the likes of Jurgen Klinsmann, who was probably the first high-profile one, Stefan Freund, Didi Hamann. Were you inspired by them to come to the Premier League? And did you speak to any of them before you came?
Yeah, at first I think to achieve with Chelsea, I come here to win titles. Of course, Chelsea is a big club. It's a club who always want to win, and for me, I'm a player. I always want to win every game. So it's clear at the end we want to win titles. So the last year maybe we don't win so much titles, but I think now we have a very strong team and a young team, so that can develop and can go through a period of a long time where we can stay together because we are young, we want to win, and I think that's a good way, and that's what I want to reach here, because I come here to win at the end titles and win a lot of games, so many games as possible to win here. And the second question, of course, a lot of German players played in the Premier League before, but it was not for me that I saw one of them and say, oh, I want to be like him or want to be like him and play in the Premier League because of him. I want to come to the Premier League because it's the world best league, and for me it's when the viewers are back in the stadium, one of the best, the best feeling to play in front of there, because when we play with Leipzig against Tottenham, it was crazy. It was really crazy to play there in front of the people and the feeling. So I want to have the feeling to play in the Premier League, to play for such a big club like Chelsea, and that was the thing why I come here.
Brilliant. I think we've got John Southall, our mystery man with the numbers. John, over to you for two.
Yeah, hi Timo.
Hi.
How you doing? It's John from the BBC. How different a challenge will it be playing in the Premier League? Is it going to take some time to adjust, do you think?
I don't know. I think maybe yes, but maybe no. But because the football in the Premier League fits me very well. In the two games against Brighton, in the friendly game, but also now in the game on Monday, it was like, sometimes they stand very deep and they are given not so much space, but otherwise you have a lot of space where you can make runs and movements were good for me. So maybe sometimes it depends on the game, but I think of the strength of the defenders and of the whole game, because of the football like here is with more power and more strength from the defenders. It could be that I have to adapt it a little bit, and I have to come into a few games to learn to come through with that. But at the end, I want to play good, I want to score, and I want to win. And, maybe I need 2 or 3 games, but in the end I want to play as good as possible, and then you have no excuses to say I have to adapt like 10 games or 15 games because we want to win, and then you can't have a player who adapt so long time. So I want to come in the league, and I want to try to be the best Timo I can as soon as possible.
You spoke about the influence of Frank Lampard. Am I right in thinking that he and Petr Cech came over to see you before the lockdown in February? I mean, if they did, can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, it was a difficult time because we can meet each other. We can't meet each other because nobody can go out of the country. But the conversation I had with both with the club and with Frank Lampard was so good. They said it's exactly the right decision for me, and the conversation, what we talk about, it was. I don't want to say what we talk everything about, but at the end, it was for me clear that they make a very good impression, or very strong impression to me, and it was not only the one part is the club and the facilities you have here, but the other side is the manager and the people around him, and also was really good to me and fits really good to me.
So we can get through a few more questions. We're going to go to one each, starting with Moritz, Sky Germany.
Hi Timo. Well, you said the Premier League is the world's best league. Please explain to me what makes it so much better than the Bundesliga.
At first, really strange to speak with a German guy on English.
I had to.
I know, but I never do it
German
before.
question.
No. What's the difference between the Bundesliga and the Premier League?
No, what makes the Premier League so much better than the Bundesliga? Because you said the Premier League is the world's best league.
Yeah, I don't want to say that. You can compare each league with another league. So for me, the whole thing that the Premier League has already better football than the Bundesliga. They are also good players, but at the end, I think the players, and they have in how much good players here are playing, how much good teams you have in the league, how many good stadiums, how many the facilities around the clubs, all that give the Premier League a bit of, I don't know, this little touch that you have not in the other leagues. And for example, maybe the games when you play against Brighton or you play against Liverpool, they will shown all around the world, and maybe the Bundesliga don't have that. So that's the point that gives the Premier League this little touch that you can feel it, or it's something special to play in the Premier League.
Tim up next for PLP.
Yeah, hi Timo.
Hi.
Hi, so you spoke about the challenges of the Premier League. This weekend you probably faced the biggest challenge in the Premier League, facing Liverpool. How excited are you to face them, and in particular, how big is the challenge coming up against someone like Virgil van Dijk?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game because you have a lot of good teams, but I think you have with Liverpool one of the best teams in the world, and they win the league last year, and they have the same team as last year, so they would be strong as last year. So it would be a really good challenge for us to test how far we are. We have not so good pre-season because a lot of players come from holiday. A lot of players don't play any game before our first games against Brighton. A lot of players can't train because of traveling, and that was all points that it makes it a little bit difficult to find together. But I think for this case we do very well at the last game, and we will improve ourselves game for game. But now at the end we have to play with these facilities on Sunday, and we tried our best, and we try to win the game because we, like I said, we want to win every game. But of course we have to say that we have a strong team next to us who we play against, and of course they have also such good players, not only Virgil van Dijk. I think the whole defenders or the whole defending part of Liverpool are very good. They concede the less, or how do you say?
Least.
Yeah, the least goals in the league, and it's a great team. In every position they have great players, but we also have great players, and we also have the quality to beat them. And I think it would be an interesting game because of the point that they have a normal preseason, we not. Is maybe a bit better for them, but at the end we are on the second game, and everybody is fit, so we can run, and we want to try our best to win the game.
We're going to finish this section with one from Nick at PA.
Hi Timo, thanks for your time, and glad that you're settling in well at Chelsea. Can you just explain, obviously across earlier in the summer you were linked with Liverpool and they were interested in you. Can you say anything about what you understood of their interest, and now you're at Chelsea this weekend, will it give you extra motivation to try to score against them this weekend?
Yeah, I think when I decided to leave Leipzig, I talked to different clubs, of course. Next to Chelsea, there were some other clubs where I talked to, but for me, I don't want to talk so much about other clubs because at the end I decided for Chelsea. Of course, there are some other clubs also like Liverpool. They have a great team, and also maybe I can fit good to some other teams. But at the end, I decided to Chelsea because for me it was the best decision I can take. Not only because of the style of football, also because of what they shown to me. And yes, I think it was a hard decision at the end, but I'm very, very excited and very proud that I decided so, and very happy that I decided like this, because now at the end, when I'm here now for at least maybe 2 months or 1.5, it feels right. It feels really good. The team is brilliant. We have some very good but always calm and nice players, and it makes fun to play here in Chelsea, to be part of the team, to be part of the area. We can start here, and we can do very well with this team in the next few months and in the next few years.